Well, hello everybody and welcome. Oh my goodness, someone's got something to say over there, Miss Cassie. Welcome to Marvin Gardens, December 2022. And this is a special day because it in fact is the day of the winter solstice, which will be happening in I think about an hour, maybe a little bit more, just before 5 p.m. And, I usually like to shoot the December garden video when when there's snow on the ground or it's snowing, preferably. That ain't going to happen this December. We've got a big storm coming in that's going to be virtually all rain, maybe a little bit of snow at the very end, but nothing worth delaying shooting the garden video for, because at least today it is calm and hovering around 40 degrees, which makes it quite tolerable. But you will notice I've got my winter garb on. So anyway, let's get going here, and I'll just get my view set up, and you will notice right down here my feet is one of our participants, Mr. Franklin. Good boy. And he's got his Jingle Bell Christmas December scarfie on, and off in the distance there you can see Cassie as well. They're both happy to be out here, relatively, I can say. And right, Cassie? You like it out here? It's not too cold, it's not windy, not too bad, huh? And there's a good shot of them with both their Jingle Bell scarves on. So we'll start where we normally start, over here with this what used to be the herb bed and is now mostly a pond iris bed. Not much to look at. Looks pretty much the same as it did last time. All the seeds from the Asian leeks, our garlic chives, are still showing up. There's even some on this end, which I didn't even know we had any planted on this end. And one of these days I might actually take some of those seeds and plant them out back and stuff. I'll just give you a peek in the greenhouse. Looks exactly the same way as it did last month. So we won't spend much time here because there's still not much going on in there. Oh, Cassie, were you going to go in the greenhouse? We're not going in the greenhouse, so, and I'm having a hard time. There we go. There's even less going on now than there was last month, so I don't think this will take much time. And of course, I showed you last time the nasturtiums are so much done for. I think they're even browner than they were last time. But here in bed number 1, there used to be a couple of rows of carrots there. They have been harvested, and I think I have a few sort of rare Christmas or December harvest baskets to show you, which I'll be plopping in here in one place or another. There were also our leftover radishes and turnips right over here, and I harvested those. That was like the first planting, but the ones that were left behind from the first harvest because they weren't quite big enough. And we got a nice harvest out of them too, as I'm sure you'll see in one of the baskets or more. And here's our kalettes, and we finally did harvest a bunch of them, and fried them up, and they really tasted good, and the texture was pretty good too, and they were very complimentary to stir frying with Brussels sprouts. Now you can see there's sort of remnants of the cabbage plants. I did harvest all the cabbage heads like I promised I would, and like I say, some were pretty small, but I did get good heads, and they are now in the fridge, and we'll be using them shortly. These are Brussels sprouts, looking kind of tired, as all the plants out here do at this time of year. But there again, we did harvest a bunch. The Brussels sprouts themselves never got as big as I wanted them to do, but still they were fine to harvest and delicious. Now, right here we'll see, we'll see my shadow and a dachshund butt, because Frankie is looking in there to see what might be in there. And Cassie's just kind of following us around here. But she's doing fine. She likes it. This is the, as you recall, the herb garden. Not much going on here, but there is some rosemary that's still going on. The volunteer dill we never did anything with, but I wasn't really expecting to. The Asian leeks over here look like they do on by the greenhouse there, and that all the seeds are there. I'm ready for the harvesting, which, like I say, I should probably do. And that's a sage plant looking, pretty tired and affected by the cold, but interestingly enough, it does look like it's still alive, and it will probably winter over. Nothing else to see along here except for the creeping thyme, and it's still at least existing, although we have a nice big pot of it indoors as well, which is doing fine, by the way. That was a great idea to bring those in. So that does it for bed number 1. Bed number compost is nothing. Anyway, oh, and by the way, yes, it is December, and it is freezing out here, so the last of the puddles that were introduced by the last significant rainstorm are frozen solid. And even though it got up to about 40, they are still pretty much frozen solid. Nothing to show you here except for the fact that it's still standing. And I showed it to you last time, so nothing more to show you with the grow house. Again, we still have sage that looks very, very tired, but is also alive, as well as is that rosemary plant. And as you may recall, we left some pond irises here on this end of the bed, and they are looking like they normally do at this time of year, but they're actually alive and well. Now, we did, after doing the first round of radishes and turnips, this was the last planting, and it was 2 varieties of turnips, and I pulled all the ones that were big enough to bother with, and I don't expect anything more out of these, but the ones that were so small they weren't worth harvesting, I left in here just to see what'll happen. Now that was an interesting couple of varieties. One of them looks more like white carrots than radishes, but it'll be interesting to see maybe how they roast up or fry up and taste. So we'll see. They might be worth growing some more. Oh, Cassie's yelling at us from over there someplace. This used to be peppers, eggplants, and sunflowers and all kind of things. I think it looks about the same as it did last month. as does the corn bed. Now we are actually we're hosting a Christmas dinner, and we will actually be serving corn on the cob from this year. And I'm actually fairly excited about that, because so far the ones that we froze and then steamed taste like fresh, and so that's pretty cool. At least for me it's cool. And then here's the other end of the grow house, the remnants of the bee balm, which looks the same as it did last month. And the only thing here that's kind of significant is you can see the sun is just about to dip below some of the obstructions on the horizon, and it is only around 4 o'clock. So that's both fun and interesting. And this is the marsh, which is pretty much done for, but you can still see the cat o' nine tails that we were successful with having come in today, or this season. And of course, that's the asparagus patch. Now everything is done for. There's no green to speak of out there, but I still have yet to get out there, cut everything down, and put the leaf mulch down over the rows of asparagus. In no rush for that. Plus, I think I want to add some fertilizer to them. Before putting the mulch down, just for grins, to see if that helps them grow more vigorously next year. Now, I predicted in the last video that these would probably just all blow over. There they are, all blown over. And I haven't come out here to stand them back up again. That's, of course, the old... What's the matter, girl? What are you barking at? Huh? You ready to go inside? Well, so are we, really. Yeah, there's nothing else to really show you out here. You know, fire pit still looks nice, but after I'm done with this video, I am taking all those cushions and putting them in the greenhouse, because they've been left out here too long. I did manage to take the hammock down and put it inside after not having laid down in it once the entire season. But really nothing much to show you. I have yet to shoot any drone footage. Of course, the stills that I have, I've probably put in already. I hopefully will have a shot at coming out and, you know, doing some drone footage just to add in here for interest. But we are heavy into cooking for, let's see, did I focus this? We're heavy into cooking for Christmas dinner, and you know, all things are Christmas this last week before the big day. And we're not going to go in the backyard. The pond, I did manage to get it all vacuumed out, and I it's it pretty clear. Maybe I'll just intercut a video of it, because there's ice on the pond and stuff like that, but there's not much worth looking at back in the backyard right now anyway, especially because the Christmas lights are not on yet or anything. Maybe I'll manage to get them into the drone footage. But that's going to do it, as the winter solstice sun is getting ready to dip below the horizon. We got about an hour to go, I think. and certain four-legged creatures are kind of whining to go inside. I guess we'll let them go inside. You want to go inside, Cassie? Come on. There they go. Come on, the gate's over here. There you go. Sometimes she gets a little disoriented, which is to be expected since she's 16 years old and only a few months away from her 17th birthday. So, well, you know, since we're here, I'll show you the pond. We won't do an intercut. There it is. There's a nice little layer of ice there. The waterfall is going quite nicely, meaning the oh, there goes a heron. I won't be able to catch it, I don't think. Nope, it's gone. But they are impressive birds. Anyway, so that's about it. And oh, Cassie wants to come in the gate, but the gate is like tied shut because of the Christmas lights we got strung all around. So we'll say you probably don't want to look at that. Well, you might not want to look at that either, but there you go. So we're done. This is Marvin Gardens, December 2022, and we will be following this video with the typical trail cam video, which we've been doing recently, and so it will also be shorter than it was last month. So enjoy that, and I really hope you all are having a great holiday season. We're in the thick of it now, aren't we? So we'll talk to you next time. This is officially the last Marvin Gardens video of 2022 because it is December. So we'll see you in January for the first installment of Marvin Gardens 2023. Okay, I think we're there. Gotta let these puppies in. They're tired of being outside. Bye, y'all.